Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Nerd Life late night talk show, which is clearly daytime because it's, you can see the sun. But we are going to interview a very special guest today. Very special being the key word. He's a unique boy, kind of weird looking.
Oi.
You haven't been introduced yet. Shut the fuck up. He, kind of sexy, but like in a homeless kind of way. Hailing from the United Kingdom, it's Marc Newington.
Woo! Yeah! Wow. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Welcome. Well, could be better, could be worse.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
How are you today?
I'm alright. I can't wait to enjoy the sun a bit later, but yeah, I'm good. Can't complain.
It's a very sunny day at night.
It's lovely.
It's night, remember that we said this was a night talk show.
Oh yeah, it's late daytime. Late time.
I can't wait to enjoy the moon in a little bit.
It's night time.
Gonna sit outside and moon bathe.
Yeah. People do that though,
catch
don't
those
they?
lunar rays, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah, hippies probably.
Yeah, goths. Those goddamn hippie goths.
Goths do love the night.
They do.
But we do love goths here.
Ooh, baby.
So, baby. So I wanted to ask you some questions today. To get to know you a bit better. Because I feel like I don't really know you that well.
Okay. One question. Should I be nervous?
Okay. No, I said it will be on topic.
Okay.
Now, I'll tell you for what.
Do I have to show my penis?
You don't have to. Would it be preferred? Of course, but
perfect.
I'll have to. When I edit this, I'll do a zoom in when you get it out, so people can actually see.
Magnifying glass.
No, all my questions I've got written down here are actually on topic. Does that mean my brain won't throw out some wild shit that's completely inappropriate? Who knows?
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Okay. So, where do I start? Because I've just got a list of them. They're not necessarily in order. What do I want to ask you first? Marc, tell us about your uni degree.
My what?
University degree.
I have a degree of film and television production. It's a 2-1.
What made you want to do that?
Honestly, I had I'm going to get real deep right now. I had little to no direction in my life, like from my parents and stuff. And that's not a bad thing. They kind of just like let me do my own thing. But then it got to the point where I didn't want to get a job in the real world, so I went to school even more, university, and
I feel like that's what a lot of people do, right? Like, even if you do know what you want to do, a lot of people, they hit that 18 mark and they're not ready to leave the school system. As much as you might hate it, you're not ready for the big wide world.
Oh yeah, 100% I was not. And obviously, because I hadn't had those conversations about what I wanted to do in my life, I just had no idea. So I thought, what do I like doing? And at the time, I liked smoking, drinking and watching films. So I couldn't get a degree in drinking and smoking now, could I? So I got a degree in films. No. Now I had the choice of to doing film studies or film production. I thought, you know what, let's make some films. Let's make some weird student films. So I did. That's why. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
I did until my third year, and then I had basically a mental break, and I fell out of love with making films. So that's why I'm not in that current industry at the moment, because it just ruined it for me. Not watching films, still enjoy the films, and I can understand why they're good, but I don't enjoy making films, no.
So that was going to be my next question. Do you miss it?
Not at all. Imagine
you feel like
imagine spending like weeks and weeks on a script, a storyboard and stuff, and then you've got 2 days to shoot a half an hour film, and they've got six different locations. You've got to pay for actors. You've got to make sure that everyone looks good. You've got to make sure that people are on time, including your team and the actors, and then make sure that everyone's doing their job properly. So say I was normally like a producer or a sound guy. And as a producer, I
Yeah.
had to like make sure that everyone was on time, everyone knew what they were doing next, which scene they were doing. But I also had to trust the people on the camera to be doing the right thing, because as soon as you get back into the edit room, and if that shot's wrong, you're fucked. You just have to work with it, and it's just So it's I don't miss it at all. It was fun, and I'll always think back and go, wow, that was a good time. And I've got all the films, like I've got them all on my hard drive, so I can watch them back. I never do, but I could, when I'm 60, watch them back and go, well, that's what I've got from it. But no, fuck it, no, I wouldn't. I put it this way: if I could go back to university, I would. Not like now, but if I could go back in time, and when I was 18, go back to university, I would definitely not do that again. I would choose a different course.
What would you do?
I'd do like sports science or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't be able to.
Good answer.
I probably wouldn't get on to that course because I didn't do any like science A levels, so it would really depend on my personal statement of shit. But yeah, no, I would not be going back to doing film or anything like media related. No way.
So, you come from film with your uni degree.
Yep.
You fall out of love with it a little bit, like the making of the process.
Yeah.
To be clear, right? You still love films.
Yeah,
we talk about films all the time. What do you prefer, video games or watching films?
Oh. Right now, I prefer playing games.
Right now, but in general?
In general, films. Oh, yeah. Right now, I prefer playing games. But it's tough because
Okay.
I make at home. I prefer playing games, but I make the time to go to the cinema once every 2 weeks, once a week, depending on what's out. But I make the time to go see those films. And normally, like me and Jordan will have a date night on a Friday, and that will be watching a film. Like last night, we watched Mitchell's versus the Machines, something that we both wanted to see, but we just chucked it on, and like I enjoyed it. I had a little cry, and it was good. It was good. But like, if I have free time, like later on tonight, I'll be playing games. I won't sit and watch a film. I'll be playing games. But yeah, so games is the short answer. Yeah.
It's interesting you talk about crying. Can you name me a film, and you can't say last night's, a film, a game, and a TV show that's made you cry?
Okay, TV show Ted Lasso. Every episode, I cry.
Every fucking
Every
episode.
Or Grey's Anatomy. And I know you don't really like it, and it's very cheesy and it's the same shit every day, but that makes me cry pretty often. Game, Red Dead Redemption 2. I cried at that.
What bit?
Big spoiler, but when fucking Arthur Morgan died.
I mean, the game's been out for long enough
Yeah.
now.
But yeah, no, when he dies at the end, and he's like laying on the cliff, and he's watching the sunset, and he's just like coughing his lungs out. But that like whole third act, when he finds out he's got tuberculosis, and then he just goes on. You see it in his like movement and actions and stuff that he's just getting weaker and weaker. And yeah, when he dies, it's just like heartbreaking. I think I cried in God of War Ragnarok as well. But that was like a daddy issue when like Kratos
Got dad issue,
I really
for sure.
fucking do. When Kratos lets him go and does his thing, like he just says, "You go have your own journeys and stuff." That bit kind of got me.
Right at the end.
Yeah. And film, literally anything. Like
You can't say last night's.
no, I'm trying to think. Let me just look at my letterbox because I can't think of a film off the top of my head that I've cried at.
You said when we spoke about Guardians of the Galaxy, you would have cried at that if you weren't with a friend.
Yeah. I would have cried at that. Let's have a look. I've watched some real shit.
I feel like you're going to give me like a depressing
No,
film.
I cried.
Okay,
I
go
cried
on.
at Super Mario Brothers. I cried.
Why?
Oh, it was just sad. No, there was a daddy issue at the end. He said
Of course,
he said he was proud of Mario, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll cry at that.
I guess I'll just cry.
Everything Everywhere All at Once got me. that whole segment when
Yeah, I get that.
when he's like,
Yeah.
just be nice, and that whole bit was amazing. The whale, I cried at the whale.
I haven't seen that yet.
That's-
It's just I don't want to see a film about myself.
Oh, come on, you're not that bad. You're not that bad at all. What are you talking about? You're a sexy boy. But yeah, no, I literally cry at everything. Not games really, but I cry at every episode of a good TV show, and like every film pretty much will get me something. If there's a family kind of in peril, I will definitely cry. Harry Potter I cry at. I cry at Lord of the Rings. Like, name a film. Just name any film off the top of your head.
Jumanji.
Yep, cried at it.
Why?
There's that whole bit about him, like, or the original, where Robin Williams goes back and he talks to his dad, and his dad's like, "Oh yeah, I don't think he says he's proud of you, but he says like I missed you or something." And it's that bit.
Fucking hell. Okay.
I'm a deeply broken man, Jack.
We established you're a big crier.
Yeah.
Just constantly crying.
Yeah, I think it.
You might cry thinking about crying.
Yeah, like so it's weird. I don't cry in my day-to-day life. Like, even if I fucking broke a leg, I wouldn't cry. You know, if somebody was mean to me, I wouldn't cry. Don't bring it up. I know what you're thinking about.
So there was this no.
But generally, like,
That'd be a slap in your face to bring that up.
yeah. Generally, I won't cry. But like, so I watch films to kind of release the tension of the day and stuff like that. Like, it's very cathartic, and I do believe that everyone should cry at least once a week.
So you're crying a lot, big baby child.
Yep, that's me.
That's kind of. So that'd be kind of like, do you have any guilty pleasure pieces of media then? Not necessarily that make you cry, but things like you don't normally maybe admit that you like. So like, you love the Bratz movies, or you love the Paw Patrol games, or something like that. Just give me a guilty pleasure.
I love, like, okay, I've got two. You know one of them. One of them is like Nick Cage films. Anything to do with Nick Cage, I watch. There's a little guilty pleasure there.
Right, sure.
But that's like a generic thing. But not so much these days, but when I was younger, I used to love a rom-com. Like, rom-com or a chick flick, whatever you want to call them, like Wild Child or St. Trinians, like we mentioned in the last video.
Of course.
Things
St.
like
Trinians
that.
we just discussed, yeah.
Or like The Holiday. You know, things like that. Like, I love...
You're on my holiday.
Nice, yeah. I love a good rom-com. But I wouldn't go to the cinema to see that. It would just be something like I'd chuck on and go. Guilty pleasure in gaming. I don't think I have any guilty pleasures in gaming.
No.
Not really. I wouldn't feel guilty about playing anything, really.
Nah, fuck it. Trophies are trophies as well.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
If rom-coms, though, I feel like rom-coms are dying out a little bit.
Oh,
I don't know. It just doesn't. Maybe because it just don't see them as much anymore. So, if you could bring back any piece of media, a type of film or a film franchise, a type of game, etc., what would you bring back?
Anything ever.
Yeah, as long as it's like a film, a book, a game, a TV show, something like a genre or a franchise or
Tell you what.
a theme that we used to see, like westerns. Like, I know that's kind of a genre, but
Can it be like? Can it be specific, or does it have to be general?
no, you can be specific.
Okay. Okay. Does it have to be something? Okay. I'm going to say. I was looking it up the other day. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 and X-Men Legends 1 and 2. Those games need to be remade, or a sequel needs to be made. Those type of games where you're you can choose your team. So you have 4 people, you can swap between them each one, and it's like that top-down kind of bash 'em up. Those games. And I'd love to see a back.
You do love a good superhero game.
I do. But I'd love to see a Back to the Future 4. Love it.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that
I've got another guilty pleasure.
Who would you cast in it?
One sec. I've got another guilty pleasure. The Rocky films.
Yeah. Okay.
Man.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of getting them with Creed.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. True, but they are different. What was the last question?
Who? So you said a Back to the Future 4.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you casting in it? What do you want it to be about?
Christopher Lloyd would come back.
Yeah.
And it would be about something to do with like saving Marty. So he doesn't. So Michael J. Fox doesn't have to be in it, but it'd be something to do with like the events that we have to, or the character has to do to stop the events of the original sequence trilogy from happening. Not stop. Sorry, no, I'm getting confused in my own head. So something happens, maybe like a Biff relation. I don't know. It's like
we worked out Biff. We worked out Biff's generation, didn't we, Mark?
Oh yeah, Biff is Biff.
We did the maths on that to
Biff
find the missing
Jr.
Biff relative.
Yeah.
Biff Jr.
No,
Yeah.
it would be something that there's a bad guy with a time machine, and he has to go and stop Marty from doing something from the original events. But to do that, this new guy has to. I don't know. Something like that. But so I wouldn't want to bring Michael J. Fox back, unless he didn't have Parkinson's. But I know that he's getting on. So I'd bring back Christopher Lloyd. I would. I don't know. I'd probably bring like Harrison Ford as a bad guy. I know we just spoke about him like being not a great action film, but it could be more comedic role. So I think Harrison Ford as a bad guy. I'd get someone like, who do you reckon could be a good like.
This isn't about me, my friend.
I know. I'm trying to think who these days. I fucking hate Timothée Chalamet, but someone like that. Like Noah, what's his?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Tom Holland would be in it. I'd probably put The Rock in it for some reason.
Of course you fucking would.
Do
you know what?
Yeah.
Discussing Back to the Future, I always found it interesting. You don't have a Back to the Future tattoo, do you?
No. I always wanted one.
But you do have other pieces of media, right? So you've got Star Wars, you've got Aliens.
Yep.
You've got Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
What piece of media would you get tattooed on you next?
I'd probably get a little DeLorean somewhere.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. Or I'm trying to think.
Like if you think about, I'm giving you $1,000. Go get some tattoos.
Oh.
If any of them would be media related, so games, books, TVs, comics, film, blah blah blah. What would be your like up there? You like, I really want a
Spider-Man
Buzz Lightyear tattoo or something like that. You want a Spider-Man?
I know the one I want as well. What it is Spider-Man hanging upside down on his string, his web. He does that thing where he's like...
Yeah, his web, it's not string.
He does that thing with his legs where it's like a pyramid and then he's like hanging there. I'd get that either down my leg, on the side of my leg, or I'd get it like on my ribs. But one of my ribs is taken up, so I'd have to get it on the other side. But yeah, something like that. Or a little DeLorean on fire, like a flying DeLorean on fire. Like how my Star Wars tattoos are kind of like pop arty, kind of like that, but a DeLorean face on with like fire on the sides and the wheels turn, so it's flying. That would be cool. Yeah, that's probably about it. I really want a tattoo of my cats, but I might just wait till they die.
That's not pop culture.
I know.
Didn't ask. I
was just thinking of him. That's probably about it.
I'm gonna wrap this up with some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Some stereotypical ones, but I want you to give me the first answer that comes to your head, whether you actually agree with it or not. So I'm taking your first answer, and you've got 5 or so seconds to answer. Okay?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Favorite video game?
Knights of the Old Republic.
Favorite film?
Aliens.
Favorite TV show?
I don't really have one. Supernatural.
Favorite comic book character?
Spider-Man.
Favorite game studio?
Ooh, I don't know. Bethesda. That's a bad one. That's a bad answer.
We're taking your first answer. That was awful. Favorite actor?
Nicolas Cage.
Favorite actress?
Oh, probably someone like Rachel Weisz.
Favourite superhero film of all time?
Super film of all time. Spider-Man 2.
Favourite person?
You.
And that is all we have time for. That is all we have time for. Thank you for answering those questions.
It's all right.
I told you I wasn't going to be bad, but my brain didn't come up with anything awkward to ask you.
That was a tough one.
You've been a good, mediocre, fine, acceptable guest.
Nice. You wait till next week, and I'll have some good questions for you.
Next week's my turn, and I'll probably ramble on a bit and make a tit of myself.
Nice.
But until then, thank you for watching. I've been Jack.
And I've been Mark.
Oh, fucking the delay on that. Good job. Until next time.
See you later.
Oi.